So if I am consciousness and you're saying that I am everything and everywhere, then how come I can't experience someone else's body as myself? How come I can't experience someone else's experience as myself? Well, try and consider that the one consciousness localizes itself as a separate experience, what you would call your life or my life. But it's really the one consciousness that has localized itself. It's the infinite consciousness that is everything and everywhere that creates a finite limitation in order to create that experience. Because if it can't create the finite limitation, there would be no experience. It wouldn't be able to experience itself because all of the experiences are made of consciousness. You can relate it to the ocean, that the ocean is infinite, and the ocean then forms itself into a finite, limited wave. So we can see that that wave is actually made of the ocean. It's made of the infinite ocean. But that experience, what we call a wave, and that experience is an activity, it's a movement, it's a limited movement, it's a limited activity, it's a limited form, it has a limited appearance. That is nothing other than the infinite ocean. The infinite formless ocean has formed itself into a finite limitation to create a limited experience. And at the same time, that limited experience is actually in the infinite ocean. So that limitation, that limited experience is arising out of the infinite ocean. It's made of the infinite ocean. And it's appearing in the infinite ocean. Consciousness is the same. That this finite form is a localization of consciousness that enables the limited experience while that limited experience is experienced in infinite consciousness. It's made of infinite consciousness. So when you ask, well, how come I can't experience someone else's body? That I is actually the belief in being a separate self. It's like the wave asking, one wave asking, how come I can't experience that other wave? How come I can't experience the same experience as that other wave? But there's an underlying misunderstanding that there's no such thing as a separate entity called a wave. That there is no separate entity called wave 1 trying to experience wave 2. The reality of the wave 1 and wave 2, meaning what is the wave made of, is actually the one ocean. So this activity, which we call the human experience, the body-mind, it's not a separate entity. It's like a wave. It's an activity. It's a limited activity. There's a start and there's an end to this activity. A limited duration, a limited experience. But there's no separate entity. So therefore, there's no separate entity in here that can experience that separate entity. There's only the one infinite consciousness that is creating this form and is creating that form and is creating this experience and is creating that experience. And that experience and this experience is made up of the one. And that experience and this experience is happening in the one consciousness. So hopefully that helps. See you in the next one.